Okay.
Wow, that feels good. It really does.
I see what they're going for there. Yeah. The meditation before a game. I feel in a very zen place right now.
This is actually exactly where I wanted to be. For anyone that was wondering, it's something that we've made kind of passing comments on analyst desks, even as as recently as the minors when we got to see them play.
Sure.
This is something you were talking to me off air. You've seen this before from FURIA.
Yes, it makes sense. There's some belief behind meditation and increasing form and like believing in yourself. Basically, when you're meditating like that, you're kind of visualizing the win, essentially, and how that's going to work out for you, and calm yourself down and just focus on what the task is at hand. So you understand what they're doing. They're the only team I believe that does that right now. But they will be, of course, up against the HellRaisers. It's Inferno, a map they're no stranger to. HellRaisers is actually their most played map, but it's actually the one they have the least convincing win ratio on. But they do play it a lot. I'm sure it's going to be a great game to get straight into the action here. It's going to be Oscar, this team sniper, working towards the banana area. Here's Vinny and Art getting aggressive, of course, what these boys are known for, as they do find every single headshot required here, Alex. It's a great start, and the CTs will lose one man in the process.
Just Angel and Lau do remain. Bomb in the grasp of Angel, the leader. He does have himself the utility as well. A Molotov and smoke, should he require or desire. Shots towards banana. No X-ray yet. I'm sure we'll get that one on your screens ASAP. There it is. Perfect.
Wonderful stuff. Well, at this point, HellRaisers really are in a lot of trouble. Angel will be making his way up towards the bomb site here. Able J is low towards the graveyard area, even lower now, and KSerato might be in trouble. Does find the most important headshot, though. It does enable a plant. Will they be able to get it down? It's Angel with 3 kills so far.
This could be the ace clutch. No, backs up, reverses straight into Yuri's crosshair, and that will be the first.
Well, there it is. That aggression from the CT side on the pistol round. We see a lot of teams do that these days, and it's normally shut down. You normally have quite a tentative approach on the T side, but they weren't ready for that at all. You can see them going through a pretty standard default at that point. CTs running down towards second middle, finding the headshots, and it's such a nice approach because if you do find even a couple of trades on the CT side, you've really shut down any sort of default or set piece.
Well, time to set up. I mean, you have none of it. It just gets taken away from you.
So yeah, you're taking the game to them. That's a really nice stance, and a best of one, especially in this sort of format. It sets the tone for the game. On the CT side as well, you're the aggressors. So that's nice to see. And we do have a force buy from Angel. It's more of a tactical purchase here. You can see he's got the AK-47 armor. They will be buying up next round regardless, but they have a chance to really do some financial damage towards FURIA at this point. So it's down to Angel. He got 3 kills before, and we'll see if he can actually find a few more headshots as they have 2 MP9s, a FAMAS and a couple of M4s, 1 kit, and they'll just be holding up. Not so aggressive this time from the Brazilians.
From the banana area, though, you did see that SMG getting, flirting with some aggression. I think it was in the hands of Art. He has backed up since then. The Molotov will be clearing in middle. Flash from Yuri for info, takes the fight and meets an AK. That could be somewhat of a surprise. We talked about it. That finds him his 4th kill, just round 2. KSerato scavenges away and upgrades from his fallen comrade. Just the Kevlar and Angel as well. I mean, this is a round that HellRaisers are going to struggle to do any more damage in.
Well, yeah, normally you want to keep this a top secret, right? The fact you have the AK, you don't want to fire a bullet until you can get a headshot. That's exactly why. You can open things up. You've got plenty of time here. They've taken 1 player down. And now they've got 1 smoke, 1 flashbang. That's enough. They can just smoke CT Storm and flash over. And you can see B's actually wide open right now. Art's rotating in with an MP9. He's got Vinny with him as well. And they do get there just in the nick of time. It could have been a little bit dicey otherwise. Here's a smoke towards CT. They'll flash over and they'll pretty much commit off this. And flash will go through, and that should be enough. It's a nice flash as well. Vinny will have to fall back, and it's Art with the aforementioned MP9 towards new boxes.
If they could possibly get a plant, a couple of kills, this would be a dream round from HellRaisers. Issa's already on the dank flank. Vinny could be in trouble, makes his presence known. He's too smart. Does only get the 1, though, as the MP9 from Art does connect onto Nuki. Bombs loose, 3 remain. Angel still present with that Kevlar, but not for much longer. Tagged down to just 4 points of health, and they should be wrapping this one up ASAP. Just 14 seconds, and, I mean, Angel's got a decision to make with this one.
Yeah, I would say probably save at this point. He's a little too deep now. He probably could have knifed out towards Banana, but he does still get the money for the next round, but he would have actually had the AK and armor with his teammates, but he was very committed, so it didn't really matter either way. That was always going to be the end goal, I think. They weren't necessarily going to win that round, just try and find a few kills if they can. It was looking very good with the opener. They get towards B. Had they been a little bit quicker on their decision-making towards the B side, they might have had a cleaner entry. They didn't really have time to check everything out. No bomb planted, and Art's doing a very good job with the MP9 as the AKs will come out, but like we said, Angel investing means he'll be on a pistol this round, but it's not a huge deal. He can pick up an AK from a fallen comrade or take someone down with Deagle headshot and upgrade himself. Art will have the AWP and AK-47 for Yuri. We know how aggressive his team likes to be. They seem to be going for some basic banana control here. It'll be Vinny and Art with the AWP trying to get the AWP set up potentially. Once he feels comfortable, you can actually rotate that rifle towards the A site and leave him stationary with the sniper.
You certainly can. That nade lands on the nose of Oscar, down to 57, and you can see that for now, There is a bit of a CT rotate. It's Vinny who's being that flex with the FAMAS. He's just floating on speedway between the two. Art left to his own devices now with that AWP, as you predicted.
Yeah, it's a very strong setup. It means you can have 4 players towards the A site. You can have real solid crossfires towards Arch and Quad. And Art's got plenty of space now. You can see he's not under too much pressure. He's going to spot one here, misses the shot, but it's enough presence to push him still towards A. He doesn't necessarily need loads of kills here.
He's just channeling them straight in towards the Lion's den, and the Lions lie in wait. I should say Panther.
Yeah, that's more accurate. That's why I've got one on my arm, just to kind of represent these boys, you know. I'm a big fan.
Well, yeah, you certainly are, and there's a great reason too. These guys have climbed up the Counter-Strike ladder in what seems to be an unprecedented pace into the Major. I mean, making a run here is where you continue to really stamp your authority. Art's about to be tested. 30 seconds.
He knows he has to fall back here. He can go for the 1 kill and get back, but he does hit Angel at that point. But he is in a bit of trouble now, and needs rotations, and very quickly indeed. He's actually going to probably go down here. Does he get more than one? It has to be a very good shot here. Oh my goodness, he's done such good work here, Alex. This is fantastic from Art, looking to finish things off here, but the job has pretty much been done. It's up to Issa in the 3 versus 1. 10 seconds remain. Does he even get the plant down here? I don't think so. Somehow has been granted that, but surely taken down here. KSCERATO, no, he's done significant damage, as now it's a compromise. One more kill would be fantastic. Not going to happen, and it's 3-0 for FURIA. And there we go. Art with 3 kills of the AWP. Solo, anchor, B bomb site, and manages to get 3. Doesn't deny the plan, but essentially should have done. It was a bit of a missed shot from CT Spawn, but great hold. Something
that I'd love for you to explain, because this is a genuine question from me. I noticed he wasn't actively holding the line. Instead, he would intermittently kind of peek into Banana.
Sure.
Is there a thought process
He's
there?
using the pillar at that point to avoid the flashbangs, right? So he uses that pillar so he can feel the flashbangs coming through, then just peeking off it. He's trying to catch them off surprise. That pillar is very important. It protects you from the bullets and the utility as well. You can see how he's dancing around that. He's just getting a slight angle, dodging the grenades, and now they're all focusing on him, waiting for the re-peek. In those 2 seconds he buys when he doesn't peek, his teammates are in transition. They're all staring at that one position. So that's really fantastic from him. He knows he's going to have the advantage with the AWP, challenging those players. As we get into the next round 4.
AK in Issa's hands.
He's gone for the force buy this time. So his teammates all around $2,000, as you can see there, but he goes to the AK. He still has $1,000 left over, so it's not too bad. They get the bomb down off the back of this. That's fantastic. But once again, Art's looking very comfortable towards B.
This is not a replay. Yes, Art's holding Banana, and yes, Oscar just got naded for half health. Catches the bullet through the wall. That will convert. FURIA off to a blistering pace. Going to start building a bank as well if they start getting these flawless rounds. This one's a little easier than perhaps the AKs, admittedly. Just the Desert Eagle. A powerful $700 nonetheless.
Well, at this stage, Angel, he's at the halfway point of Banana, hoping to catch Art off, but he does miss the shot. It actually could be a conversation there for Angel to get this kill. Now, remember, the solo hold is fantastic unless that happens. He's getting up the AWP now. Luckily for him, they haven't swarmed the bomb side, but they're making a good case to suggest that's what they have done. The smoke down towards spawn. And now it's all down to the rotations. We have Vinny and Able J still holding strong towards the A bomb site. It is a 4-on-4, but now they have the AWP, but time is of the essence. 30 seconds remaining, and Angel trying to get a read towards B. Is that where they're going? He hasn't got much else, so he'll have to fall back, and I think the CTs will be ready for this. 20 seconds on the clock. There still is a flashbang to come out of the apartments, but Vinny, he'll have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, I mean, the cavalry will likely rotate as soon as contact here. 2 on long. Nice work from Issa, though. Now down to just 3. The CT's able. He's been so stationary in pit. Will it pay dividends? They're coming from every angle. He can't deal with anything. Issa's already shut him down. Just Yuri and KSCERATO. They do connect on towards pit. Is the bomb down? Just in time. Hero does manage to get the bomb down. Yuri, though, is not out of this one. He's got KSCERATO, a kit, and now 1 versus 3. Angel, he started this round. He intends to finish it. Wow, what a round from HellRaisers.
Yeah, they get the bomb down with about half a second to spare there. I wasn't sure whether the plan was actually going to come through. It was 10 seconds on their final commitment there. They wanted to wait until Angel had joined them. He went for the B fake there. He actually smoked towards spawn, flashbang over, trying to read whether the CTs had bought it. He didn't get anything for it. They had to just go up towards quad together. Angel gets his second kill. The AK-47 of Issa finds 2 as well. Very nice stuff. And FURIA, they'll be kicking themselves that one. It looked like such a convincing round for them. And they've had some close calls. Even though they're 3-0 up, they're going to have real weak money going to the next round. That's why KSCERATO has to save that one. He'll keep himself at around $3,000. He can drop a FAMAS, I suppose. But overall, This is where the cracks will start to form for FURIA. Will they better bounce back here? I assume they'll force buy off this one. It's still very early days, and the best of one, it's a dangerous move to make, but it's one of their tendencies. They love a force buy on this side.
And I mean, that all stemmed from being caught by Angel with that CZ, right? I mean, it's not a mistake Art's going to fall into multiple times. Is getting out-dueled by the CZ pistol.
Yeah, well, there we go. There is the force buy. One for Mass, UMP, one M4, which I assume is the weapon that was dropped, and a Deagle for Yuri. Now, these guys are very good with the lesser weaponry, so don't discount them just yet. And we've got the AWP for Oscar. We're going to see if he can put on a bit of a clinic. He is a bit of an Inferno specialist, especially towards that B side of the map. Angel, though, speaking of which, once again, making his way through. He's got himself a decent position. You feel like he's got at least a kill here. Let's take a dink, and he will be going down. Nice work from FURIA. When you have this corner set up as well, when you have SMGs and Deagles, you want to be a little bit more active. You want to try and get that first kill. If you get it cleanly, that's amazing, which they've done. They didn't recover a rifle, but it's certainly quelled the defaults of HellRaisers in general.
Yeah, forced to work with what they've been given now. Plenty of utility and plenty of time. Yuki just going for a sweep of Banana. He'll get that information for free without the need to fire a bullet or make a step. And so into the walk they go. It's a mild stroll towards B. Bomb retrieved towards T steps now as they start to invest utility. Whether or not they're committing to this, it does seem that way. Smoke in response from the CTs from Coffins. Art's already putting bullets through the smoke. Vinny dancing on the edge of it and finds another. This has gone fantastically for FURIA as they shut them down. HellRaisers will only have the one to show.
Well, there we go. Bouncing back, and they actually managed to upgrade their lesser weapons now with AKs, AWPs, and that's going to be Vinny as well, finding the second AK right at the last second there. So that's a really big round there. As we discussed in the build-up to that one, they're trying to challenge one position of the map. So that's towards B this time. 3 players there at the start with flashes over, smokes down, trying to take down Angel, who has been there by himself most of the time, right? He can't even believe it, Alex. He's like, they've killed me? Finally, it's happened.
Because he's pushed down Banana. I mean, the angle just doesn't make sense to him. What's he doing here so early?
Well, there it is. Oh, it works out.
Fascinated down mid. He's looking to continue to get this utility damage. It has been high in favor of FURIA here on the CT side. The Molotov's not going to lock Angel into logs, but plenty of pressure. Orp rattling down. Double HE does nothing. Angel just down to 84. It does help when there's M4s in play.
Well, at this point, Arts does have backup this time. You can see he's actually baiting in Vinny towards sandbags at this stage. He always trying to suggest this is the classic anchor he has with the AWP. Going to see if they jump over that wall now, if you can bait them out. He'll probably fire off a shot now just to try and really bait them in and say, I'm here with the AWP. Vinny, oh, that's not advised.
Oh, that's really awkward.
Yeah, could have got a lot worse. He manages to live and tell the tale. But either way, that's a victory for HellRaisers for sure. They've got B control, taking vision away from FURIA, but still a 5-on-5. Anyone's round, especially with the Khalil in the hands of Issa. Not ideal. Flashes and smokes towards middle at this point. Going to be focusing towards quad by the looks of things. Bomb's still down towards middle. They could go back and fake off those smoke. We'll see if they want to get mid control now and see what's available to them after that.
I mean, this is why Inferno is seen as just one of those staple maps of Counter-Strike. Because
yes.
You get to, I mean, talking of map control, there is no better examples of how methodical it can be.
Yeah, and you'll see CT reactions off the back of this, right? You can see them rotations coming through. They're trying to read what's happening at this point. With 30 seconds remaining, what's the final play? Great smoke from Vinny.
They're going to play ahead of it, and he's pre-firing it. Oh, just keeps his eyes on Angel. A warning shot, perhaps, as they continue to advance. Vinny, he can scarper away, but they're on the hunt. There's more than one. Looking for the trade is Issa, and he gets it with the Galil. Upgrades to the AK from his fallen comrade down to 4 versus 4, but advancing towards B, it's going to have to be Art. He's been tested before. He's been tested again. They're leaving Issa on long, looking to put pressure on, but Art's relieving a whole lot of it. A double. How does he get the Spaniard? Lau shut down in the meantime, and Bomb now forces Oscar into a 1v3.
But this is the kind of situation Orpers will win, Alex. This sort of scenario, Bomb down, AWP, a player like Oscar as well. He's got a good chance of any to win this. He'll go towards B. He knows he needs a couple of kills here very quickly.
No utility. They've got nothing.
Yeah,
they have to take this fight.
Here we go.
One already. Queserato, there he's expecting him. Oscar's looking to lean into this fight. Queserato, it's an impending death, and now looking for the 1 versus 3. Oscar, the hero. This would be his 4th in the round. Tickles the bomb. It's a bad plan. Oscar's going to have to advance. It's so quick.
There it is.
You could see it. The prophecy. Oscar, 1 versus 3 to secure the second for HellRaisers in their opening game here in Berlin.
Yeah, really cool stuff from Oscar. That's such a classic of his as well. There's a few Orpers in the game. It's like your Guardians, your Oscars, and people, when you know they get that sort of scenario, when they've got time, you can look at the rotations coming in, and you made a great spot. The fact that CT's had no utility as well, they were just hoping he'd make a mistake. He'd over-challenge, and he times it to perfection. He doesn't swing wide. He just watches towards the logs, and he knows Queserato's there as well. He's waiting for him to come in towards his crosshair, and then he even takes the bait. There wasn't a full full defuse there. There's no kit available. Objectively, probably should have lost that one, but nails that last shot.
I mean, that's a close quarter fight. Everything's gone right. You've baited out the player you wanted to bait out with the fake. You still lose close quarters with that AWP. Now, this is a smorgasbord of Counter-Strike weaponry. Look at that. You've got the Galil, double Mac 10, and on the other side of things, a P250, UMBs, MP9s, and Art's glass cannon, $0 AWP. That's a 4,750 into the round.
We'll see what he can do with it. He's not at Banana this time, at least. He's going to be towards the quad side. Just trying to mix things up and get that opening pick we talked about before. But they're going to be going for an A attack. You can see 3 towards the palm position. They're probably going to smoke towards Library and Arch side, flash out through the chimney and get the bomb out very quick with the Mac 10s in hand. It's got a lot of running gun potential. There's the smokes and flashes now. Art knows he has to be ready for this. Not going to happen. Remember, no armor. He goes down very quickly.
That's a huge loss. And now it looks to be extended. Traded back, though. Keep track of this one. It's 3 versus 3 as the CTs do arrive in response. The bomb yet to be planted. It's on Nuki as he does do his due diligence, clearing the site as he should. Smoke replacing the old one. That'll lock them out for another 15. Of course, the clock has been extended, courtesy of that bomb plant. Now 3 versus 3 with this eyes towards the quad. It'll be Yuri on the jiggle. Trying to draw that shot. It's a tough one to hit. Molotov in response, but already 2 could go wide. It's just SMGs. This looks nearly impossible. No kit for the CTs, but they do force him out with the flames. That's 1. Crossfire now established. Oscar, that's not where you want the AWP. He's going to see what he can do with it. Doesn't catch 1. Nuki got to be the hero. 2, 3, and it's clear. HellRaisers, they defend the bomb. Yeah,
that's really nice stuff there from Nuki. He's looking sharp. He is one of the strongest riflers on the team and shows us what he's capable of there. In the 2 versus 1, are you good there, Alex?
Yeah.
Slamming on that side of this?
My game sound just sounds really weird. Okay, good. You're the same?
I've got the same issue. It's distracting. I've been playing with knobs and dials.
I've got it. It just sounds kind of like it's from the 1980s.
It's cool, though. It's like a different approach.
Yeah, it's like vintage Counter-Strike.
It's really very vintage. I love it.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not alone. We've just been silently suffering together.
We have got 2 HGs here. I did see him down towards middle. Hope for the best here. It's one of those rounds you've got very little chance of winning. Oscar, especially hitting shots like that, it's almost impossible. As 3 kills come in for HellRaisers. There's one nice shot there from Vinny. He'll get it through the edge of the wall there to get Angel, who's had a bit of a rough time towards B, but they'll get the penultimate kill there. And Yuri left at the USP. Not really much to write home about. You can see them holding onto the utility here as well. They're just waiting for the kills to come in.
I love that.
What do you love about it?
From Vinny, the fact that he has to go for a USP no armor in the Molotov wallbang to get a kill in that round. Like, you really have to commit wholeheartedly to do any damage with nothing. And I say nothing, it really was.
So now you can see Oscar is watching that AK, making sure that Yuri can't pick it up. Oh, he's got it. E worked. There it is. He's got a headshot as well.
Okay, so E works, and Oscar is feeling pretty hot under the collar after that one.
Oh, wow. He wants to ideally save this now. And he's on the CT side. You cannot buy these AKs on those forces, so we'll see whether he can do it. He's trying to lock them in right now with the smoke. Lau will be there on the sandbags. He's trying to see if anyone exits the bomb site. Gives him another opportunity, gets down quietly, and starts to make his exit. That's the right choice. He's got no armor. AK-47 into the next round. He'll still get cash on the CT side, of course. So off he goes. So good round from HellRaisers. Got a little bit problematic towards the end. They do give up an AK, but they get the round on the board. And we are going to go 4-4. So not the worst round in the world from FURIA. A couple of kills, AK saved. But HellRaisers still happy with that. They've recovered the AWP. Oscar got 2 kills. He seems to be warming up very nicely. Right on course.
I mean, Oscar is one of my favorite players, and I've made no secret of that. When he was first actually in HellRaisers, it's a weird story, of course, Mouse Sports as well. He was always just this player that would win you rounds single-handedly. Those 1v3s, but the ones against all odds. Perhaps the odds more in his favor, already picking up a huge clutch in this map, but a player that really can save the day for your team. He is the, what do you call it, somewhat of a trap card for you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there.
That would be the most appropriate way of putting it, I think.
The most appropriate, yeah, for sure.
Just to note as well, FURIA are known to be a T-sided team. They love the Terrorist Force. They love to use the Kriegs. Their CT sides are normally a little underwhelming, I would say, but they had this great start. We'll see if they can get back into the game here. It's not going to survive that one. They love playing the sandbags here. Vinny has a chance to get 2, maybe even 3. The flashbang from Queserato sets them up. This time they sent extra man towards that side of the map, and now it is going to be a 4 versus 2 after losing the first frag. Art didn't even get to see any of the round. Triple naded at the very start, but there it is, the flashbang from Hell. Queserato, the alley-oop towards Vinny. 3 on the org. Don't see that too much these days.
This is so chaotic, this Counter-Strike. I mean, it's just a brawl. Look how much time is left on the clock, and already 4 bodies litter the battlefield, distributed primarily in favor of FURIA. So much utility damage starting to show up. I mean, Counter-Strike's continuing to shift. Astralis, of course, forging the shift into a more utility-driven both CT and T side. I mean, everyone's throwing them.
Well, at this point, if they go towards B, it's still technically a 2-on-2, right? Because there's only 2 CTs waiting there. We'll see if Vinny can add to his pile. He's at 46 HP right now. Needs to be very careful. Oscar with the AWP looking to take him down. He'll be focused towards those coffins position. Nice Molotov to buy them a bit more time here, but K-Starter should be good for one. There it is. And at this point, Lauv gets the bomb down and be happy with that. But it should be a FURIA round, and he has done the fake plant here, so that's not going to do too much for him. And they can just hold up until he attempts it once again.
Yuri just pokes his barrel out as well to try and draw him closer. Doesn't stop him from taking the fight. Now 1 versus 2. Lauv, 20 seconds to work with. Is he going to be given the freedom for the plant? Instead, mounts on the coffin and Abel. He's holding W. He could get that fight. The timing may not be on his side, though. Planting again, looking to try and draw them out with a fake. Abel gives him the fight. Now 1 versus 2. He had the shot. Lowell, he makes that close. And Vinny, thank God for him, if you're a South American fan, because that's 4.
Yeah, that was massive from Vinny, but still, Lau does so much there. It was not looking like he even touched that round, but a couple of fake plants, very patient, didn't panic. He manages to get a couple of kills there, and that's everything, because the money's been the biggest stress for FURIA in the last couple of rounds. You can see them really clinging onto rounds by the skin of their teeth, Alex, and it's Vinny with 4, but now they will be able to buy into this round, but they'll call it CT time out of this stage just to work out how they're going to spread the wealth around. Abel J hasn't bought up yet. No one can drop him. He has $3,200, so he just has to go like FAMAS, MP9, that sort of territory. You can use shotguns as well on Inferno. You could even go CZ and all your utility. We'll see which way he's inclined. There's Gary behind them, one of the more passionate and vocal coaches. You see him up and down, meditating with them, always invested in the round just as much as the players.
So minor, we saw a kind of a coach battle. It was like CIS. It was in the, excuse me, let me get this right, the play-in. So when you had the play-in with the 3 spots available, 4 teams, and you had INTZ, the INTZ coach going absolutely wild against some of the CIS loudmouths. It was very retro, very LAN hall vibes.
I miss those days.
Oh, 5-4 the score. If you've just joined us, this is FURIA HellRaisers, South American Wonder Children.
Yeah, both teams, their first game of the tournament so far. This is the first round of the Swiss format.
A good nade.
That's a very good nade. Doesn't do as much as you think.
Some say.
Yeah. Well, CZ to lead the charge here. We know what it can do is running gun potential. Angel trying to demonstrate that just now. Not going to work out from there. Yuri with 2 frags, and that was a nice little push from HellRaisers. I like the idea, but unless you get at least 1 for it now, you're just going to be left in the 5 versus 3. Oscar's been tagged up as well. He's got 42, but at least has the AWP, can just slow things right down. But FURIA, they're in a very good position right now. No one has to swing wide. No one has to check for information. Alex, it's us. There we are.
Oh.
Lovely.
Yeah, and there I am once again, always get something on my shirt. It's very realistic. I'm wearing white today, Henry. This is a real gamble.
Well, don't eat any...
Don't eat anything.
Anything with sauce, I would say.
Okay.
Stay away from it.
Like maybe just exclusively like carrots,
yeah, exactly.
celery.
Apples.
What can't you stain your shirt with? I'd need a list.
Well, the blood stains the walls as Oscar will be taken down for another headshot from Vinny. Seems to be getting himself in a very advantageous position every single round. Speaking of which, as Issa, AK-47, keeping the dream alive once again. Is finding multiple kills, and it's a 3 versus 2 with 35 seconds. This is certainly possible.
And because of the aggressive push from Art, he's worked it out. Yeah, he realizes that's wide open. As soon as there's presence on long and there's no info from the CTs as they play passives pit and sight, Issa has been given the opportunity for the dankest of flanks. It's a 1 versus 3. He'd have to ace clutch.
Yeah, there's
20
not
seconds.
Really much justification for Art to actually try and deny this plan. He's better off just letting it go down, win for his teammates, especially now it's confirmed. Hits the shot, lovely work, didn't overcommit, just holding the angle towards the emo position, making sure he couldn't get there, and it's job done. So good stuff from FURIA, and we had a nice couple of opening kills there from the rifles and running through the flames. It's HellRaisers with the CZ first. Once your teammate's pretty much fully committed through the flames, you have to go with them, right? You can't just throw him to the wolves and not try and back him up. You don't know how much damage he did. His teammate was hoping he did maybe 67, so he could finish things off. It wasn't meant to be. Lovely work towards Arch, and that's FURIA keeping their heads above water here. It's going to be a difficult game for both teams financially. None of them really high rolling at this point, and here's Yuri getting it done. It was Nuki who had to fly in behind Angel and get it done. You can see Oscar rolling his eyes a little bit at that one. It felt like he maybe had more time to work the AWP pick instead of running through flames like that.
Well, with the Nuki, I mean, I understood the CZ. The fact that Nuki's following him, that's a full Kevlar rifle going down the drain in the flame. Double AWP now coming out from the Brazilians. Art and Yuri going to be pulling that one out. Perhaps an aggressive glance from Yuri, at least jumping across. He knows there's going to be a limited weapon from the TZ. Oh, not limited for Angel.
Okay.
Bullet to the brain. AWP litters the battlefield. Unretrievable. Imagine if they had a HE.
Yeah,
Oof.
That's a good point. A nice shot there from Art. He gets the HE kill and an AWP follow-up as well. He might be able to get the AWP. Oh, okay, the USP headshot as well. No helmets, of course, so it will be Crisis averted, I would say, at this point for FURIA after losing the AWP at the very start. Lau might be able to pick up the weapon, but it looks like his days are numbered, and it will be KSerrato to finish things off there. So a very exciting start out of Deagle. Headshot from Angel, but that's all they get from it. And it will be 7-4. HellRaisers now starting to lose that conversation they had at the start, saying like they've tied things up. It's 4-4. They could actually win this half. FURIA look a lot more comfortable as they go into a double orb setup now.
Something that Des talked about and touched on was the loss of Woxic and how it's affected HellRaisers. There was also this kind of pin next to Issa's name suggesting he's kind of lost a little of his flair since Woxic. It was always a partnership.
They were always a package deal, it felt like, right? Those two, when they got on the survey, like, those are the two names you want to watch out for. So maybe Issa, maybe dropping off since Vox's departure, but still, we really have such a small sample size to work with right now.
I mean, he's top of the scoreboard now. It's good to see. It's something it's interesting to note that it's not always going to be within your control. It's something that will affect your success and your play. Issa, however, looking great here in Berlin in his opening match. 4-7, Molotov forces Art back. Will he respond? He does. Deep smoke and 3Ts posturing for some control.
Well, this is very default. You can see them working through the motions here. Arts once again baiting his teammate Vinny towards the sandbags. They haven't actually got to show off that yet because he's getting naded at the very back. So Art just wants to fire a shot. Fall back, ideally get the kill, and now there's a lot of pressure on Vinny here. Good flashbang once again. It's not going to be too effective though, and now it's up to KSerrato to try and fend them off. He waits towards the B side of the map and does get Angel, who's there by himself, trying to suggest that they've got full control of B, but if anything, he's now got all the information. They can rotate a player back. Goes back to a 3-on-3 with under a minute remaining. Abel J with the next contact here as he holds towards a pit, preemptively holding a smoke for the Molotov towards our position.
Yeah, here it comes, and there is the response. It will leave a gap. He can use it if he needs to. Issa is going to catch KSerrato on site. A couple of warning shots, but Abel now keeps it at level. Oscar's taking a fight. That's huge. Bomb now down on the hay bales. It's all on Issa to go 1 versus 2. A nade from Pit. Abel lands it right on the head of Issa.
Yeah, that's a Kobe from the pit there. That's lovely. And actually lands on him as well. It looked like Oscar, that's the kind of shot he was going to hit, but he gets caught staring toward the pit. The smoke, like he said, gives him a bit of a one-way there, so vision is extremely limited. And Oscar, if he hits that shot, they win the round. But there it is, stepping up with the AK, managed to get it done. No plants yielded as well, so HellRaisers might be in trouble here. I think they're hovering around $2,000, so indeed, they will be down to pistols once again, P250s and Deagles. CZ for good luck, and they have got 3 sets of Kevlar, basic utility as well, so enough to win a round, and we know FURIA can be an aggressive team, but they've been doing a good job at reading the economy so far.
Stupid question time with Alex Richardson.
There's never a stupid question, only stupid answers.
I like it. You know how we saw him just staring at the ground holding a smoke?
Yep.
In preemption of a Molotov?
Yes.
How often do you think, like, how recently has that been something you've seen? You've been watching a lot of Counter-Strike.
Every player that sits in that position will sit like that.
Yes, but how recently is that?
Oh, I guess. Do
you know what I mean? It feels new.
It's the last year.
It is,
yeah, it's the last year. Like every player that's like iconic in that position, like Olaf does a great job there, Major does a great job there, Twist, of course, they all play in that sort of play style. As soon as one player starts trailblazing how it should be done, how effective this one setup can be, that's when you'll see everyone do it. And that's why everyone plays the Astrala CT side. We saw the B banana control, right?
Yeah, that's when everyone boost them on the wall, whatever it is.
So they can only maintain like being the #1 to this map for so long because everyone catches up and kind of adjusts it and kind of tweaks it and makes it slightly better, right? So that it only has so much shelf life before it kind of the meta swings around once again.
And if someone's doing something right, why not steal it? Interesting to see a player's change the meta. Well, Angel's certainly doing so with the Deagle. Again, he gets a frag. He's done it with the CZ, the Deagle, and he's done it again this time with the hand cannon. Picked up the AWP. Maybe that'll perhaps give him a way to find more damage in this round. The bomb already in and a frag. That's damage done enough, but just with pistols and a bit of Kevlar on 3 of them. Shots from Vinny, trying to catch Nuki, not through the smoke. P250 into the brain of Vinny, surely not this round of all. Yuri does manage to keep things level. That's the AWP now out of the hands of the T side for this after plant.
Wow. AWP removed, gives the advantage to CTs with the AWP on the retake. Not ideal. They haven't got any utility either, but that's a lovely shot from Yuri. Trade's coming through now. Just one more player to find. The PD50 should be enough. And still a very expensive round, but one that's successful once more for FURIA. Their money is in tatters right now, but Yuri, 4 kills in total, have 7 grand, so he can drop a weapon. They'll be absolutely fine. But still, it was touch and go. Angel again, opening things up. They keep playing this position of the one AWP towards Banana, and it's not like he did anything wrong, because he actually had a great position there. It looked like he had the shot, but Angel just completely destroys him with that Desert Eagle and makes things very complicated. But Yuri, he certainly picks up the pieces here. Comes down to the 1 versus 1, but there's no doubt in my mind he wins this. There's a reload there with CZ. He's got a P250. He's already low. There was no danger of them losing that round. As we go round 14, HellRaisers with the plant and kills. They do have a nice full buy here. Double up setup again.
You said FURIA are a T-sided team?
Yeah.
Double digits on the CT could be a huge hurdle to overcome for HellRaisers. Really want to try and seal the deal, get that 9-6 coming into second half. Lots of info. That's a boost as well. Art's been having a bit of a nightmare. Tags Angel again through the wall down to 50.
Angel is fearless towards B.
So brave.
He doesn't care. He'll go up there every single time. Through your flames, your smokes, he doesn't care whatsoever. It's Yuri towards T steps, so we'll find Oscar there. That's the AWP removed. Massive pick, and you can see the smoke down as well. It's taking all the vision away from T. So they're going to fall back, recover the AWP, I'd imagine, and go back into a default here. Nuki will be, as we mentioned, one of the young guns, the new riflers in the scene, who's getting a lot of attention. Hasn't set the server on fire just yet with 51 ADR, but I'm interested to see what we can do on the CT side. He has a bit more control of the situation. Smoke towards CT spawn. Looks like a final commitment on that side of the map as well. They have a couple of flashes. They have more smokes as well. So they could double pump this and try and bait out utility first. Flash doesn't suggest a push from the CTs. K-Serato falls back as well.
Yeah, they had the rotate. They had 3 players on B. Due to that gap, that silence on the map, K-Serato could get caught out of position. He does have the flash in hand, Trojan to support his teammates, and Yuki caught doing the dance. One cross though. Art, how does he hit that? Damage he did earlier to Angel, perhaps paying dividends. Now Lal's caught doing the dance, and this is flawless from FURIA. 2 of them flash. K-Serato a big part of that, despite not being present on the site, and that will be 10-4. Last round coming up of our first half of the first game of the Major here in Berlin for FURIA and HellRaisers.
Yeah, day 1, game 1. FURIA and HellRaisers now locking horns as we get into the final round here, the first half. We are going to see them with AKs and a deagle for Oscar. Make it the Nova shotgun, Alex.
Oh, lovely.
You don't see many of those on the T side of Inferno, let me tell you.
This is a very unique experience, ladies and gentlemen.
He's the kind of player, though, he does this sort of stuff, like, and he'll most of the time get a kill with it. Like, he's nuts like that.
I remember watching him on Nuke, and I've never seen the auto shotgun look so gross.
Yeah, and even on rounds where he's like, he's got enough for a rifle, and they're losing rounds because of the shotgun, he's still buying it. He's like, I'm still getting the kill, guys. So.
I'm getting $900.
Yeah.
That's the quickest way to go an AWP, I'm telling you. Oof. Art again having this duel. It's Angel versus Art, the story of the first half. Battling over Banana. They need their potassium. 20 frags. I mean, we say he's been under the pressure again with the damage done.
Angel gets tagged every round.
Him. He's the punching bag of Banana.
Yeah, he just takes all the damage, always survives, no problem whatsoever. They're setting up for a B execution, Nuki lining up the smokes now. Like we said, double pump potential is there. They have 4 smokes once more. CTs, though, look rock solid at this point. 3 towards that side of the map. There's no way of faking this. They're pretty much committed at this point with everyone on that side of the map. I'm not sure this goes in HellRaisers' favor whatsoever. In they go.
Art catches him through the edge of the smoke. Look at this positioning. It must be so frustrating. They are starting to push through. Now doesn't know where to look. Bomb does go down, though. It will just be one man left with his shotgun. The trusty Nova. Looking to come in clutch. Bullet through the smoke. Did connect onto Art. Desperately trying to fill him full of lead. It's not happening. And that will be 11-4 on the half. FURIA. 4 from K-Serato. I feel like they've taken it in turns just to get quad kills.
That's one thing I wanted to say as well. They really are relying on individual greatness at this stage. Instead of really convincing crossfires, it seems there's 4 kills on one name at every single point.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. HellRaisers FURIA live for the first day of the Major, live from Berlin, Germany. It's been a turbulent first half of the Raisers of Hell, only managing to muster 4 rounds on their T side. I'm Machine. I'm joined by Henry G.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm loving this. The fact that FURIA are coming in so hot is a good sign, because I was talking kind of, I think to a multitude of different people about how many teams in this stage you can actually count on.
Yep.
Like everyone.
Apparently no one, Alex, after the results today.
Clearly, Simon Gaming, of course, with a huge victory over Vitality earlier on today. Worth checking if you missed it. And let's not forget the fact that Dream Eaters did manage to pick up a huge win versus NRG. This is not a safe place to be here in Berlin.
Yeah, there's only a couple of results that have made sense so far. But this is about what I expected. I've got FURIA winning this game. Like I said, I feel like their T side's actually where they do their best work. They're one of the few teams that really focuses on the Krieg. I'm interested to see if that's still developing. Are they still under the impression that's going to be the future of the game? Well, time will tell. Either way, they are going to have a nice default here to start with. It will be a B finish here, because everyone actually running towards this side of the map. They're going to smoke coffins, spawn, flash over, P250s upon entry, and here come the smokes right now. It's a variation. They've got something a little bit different happening here. So they're going to focus towards CT spawn and get through. I love this.
That's very different, and that's going to force the coffins guy to panic, and well, he's dead. Angel caught off guard. Serato again with the flash assist. Abel gets one onto Lao. That's naughty. Bomb down, 2 dead, and they've smoked them off as well.
Yes, that's that deep CT spawn smoke. That's so effective there. They're focusing on that mouth of the entrance of B, right, where the CTs normally take their battles. There's no boost potential now, and it means the CTs rotating through. They have to deal with ruins, and it looks like Vinny has got them locked down here. It's such an exciting strategy, I have to say. And Nuki will have a 3 versus 1 of no kits. He's got a Glock in hand and maybe gets one more kill out of this, but if they're playing this smart, they want to fall right back here. Abel J not going to be dropped just yet as they finish things off here. Beautiful stuff from FURIA. Very important pistol round. They now have both of them under their belt. In a best of 1, you're the favourites. It should be a lock-in now, especially if you convert this second.
Think about how much time passed between that smoke landing and Angel dying. It was minimal, right? Like, Lau, all he can say is, like, I mean, you're not going to communicate anything more than I can't see CT.
So those smokes don't look super effective, right? When you break it all down, all they need is access towards CT
and he's
spawn.
new box.
So that one smoke, that's blocking new boxes. They're flashing over for coffins at that point. So that player at coffins can do nothing. They then get in towards CT spawn, and he's flashed, remember, like we just said. So they're going through ruins as he's recovering from his flashbang. It's such a different approach in terms of going towards the B side. They didn't see it coming whatsoever. Really nice stuff there from FURIA. I was expecting something pretty standard. They really mixed things up there and showed us something very effective indeed. It's going to be the force fight from HellRaisers in response. Lose this, you're 13-4 down with a full eco on the cards as well. This might be do or die time right now for HellRaisers.
And you requested the Krieg already. Round 2 of the T side.
Indeed.
Yuri delivers 3 rifles on this one. They're looking to keep hold of those, of course. So it's a testament to the pace by which they'll probably be approaching this one. Certainly, other than Serato and Art, they're going to be their scouts bouncing around with their SMGs, less costly, and certainly good in those close-range scenarios. Now, they have got 3 CTs set up on A at the moment. If they commit to this, the smokes are coming in. It does look like that way. Same smoke lands. This time, Angel does damage, so much damage with a 5-7. Finally, Yuri pipes up. Already a rifle gone, though. The CTs looking to catch them off through that smoke. They don't necessarily have to commit. They don't have to rush this. 50 seconds on the clock. The CTs have all that info. Lau under their skin if they do continue to swing towards pool. Nice work with a CZ. This is all coming tumbling down. He said sink or swim for HellRaisers. Well, 2 versus 2.
Yeah, plenty of time though, Alex. You've got 40 seconds. You can see there's waiting for the smokes to dissipate, but now it's actually advantage for HellRaisers. It comes down to timings here. Serato makes his way towards spawn. Does Oscar check it? Oh, the smoke.
Can't see him. He can't see him. He could walk straight into Issa's line of sight. Doesn't matter. Double kill from Issa. Angel with the 5-7. This man has been not only a leader, but a hero for HellRaisers on multiple rounds. Does so the same here on the CT side.
My goodness. They go for the full B commitment there pretty early on into the round, and as you saw, HellRaisers somehow keeping the head above water there. It's a CZ from Lau that really seals the deal at that point. He's towards first oranges, looked like he was done for. They were checking that position, but he hits a really wonderful shot. And we get to round 18, there will be a force buy in response there. FURIA with the MAC-10s, the Deagles, and a couple of, just the 1 CZ. That's in the hands of Yuri. 3 smokes and a few flashbangs as well. I'd say focusing towards B is going to make the most sense. You've done damage on that side of the map already. As they try to push through the flames here, they're actually going for a full commitment. This could be a straight-up B rush as they take so much damage upon arrival here. Angel, this time getting a taste of his own medicine. It's the 1 dig from Abel J. Lau knows he has to get multiple frags here. Gets absolutely nothing. Smoke going down. And Nuki, he needs a kill. And once again, nothing found. MAC-10s and Deagles, a potent combination, Alex.
No, but I want to know how many people actually saw their opponent that they killed. I don't know if anyone did.
It's a good point.
Through the smoke, it's just, it's an understanding of the map. It's playing it so many times that you can see through that smoke. You know exactly where your crosshair needs to be.
Wow. Okay.
3 bodies dropped, and they trade chaotic rounds.
Oscar, he does have a chance. If they overlook this position completely, he can go in and defuse it. That's like a 1 in a million shot right now.
Okay, the Ninja is the only way we see 6 for HellRaisers here. And I don't think they're planning on leaving anytime soon.
They don't have to, right? They've not recovered anything fantastic in terms of weapons. You keep the Mac 10 there, 15 HP to the very end. Not worth it.
They're all starting to leave now. Knife out. He's having a go. He's having a go. Creeping and crawling. Hands on the sight. Abel's there. And unfortunately for Oscar, the dream's dead.
He fancied it.
He did. You called it. I think you've really got your gaming shoes on today.
I have, especially.
Yeah, I can tell.
I thought it was a major. You know what? Put the gaming shoes on, and here we are.
Reading
Luckily,
the game,
it all works out.
Like bloody, I don't know, Biff and Chip. Bloody hell.
90s British reference there for anyone who's not aware.
And even I didn't remember Biff and Chip. I don't know how that came out of my brain.
Well, it's one of the first books to read in the UK, and they're teaching us how to read.
The dog.
It's like government propaganda they throw around to get your beliefs in a certain direction, I think.
I think that's how it works.
It's pretty good stuff, though.
Yeah, speaking of beliefs in the right direction, no belief from our bookkeepers, GG Bet. You can see the forecast from our betting partner there, and it was certainly stacked heavily against the boys from HellRaisers. The best of one, need I remind you, Swiss, therefore every single win is a step closer to the next stage of competition.
It's a very good point. It's a lot of people don't like this format. I kind of enjoy it though, like the drama and the unpredictable nature of it all. I always get a bit excited when I wake up and look at the results page. It's like, what's happened now?
For people that get upset about those, these losses, which are absolutely upsets, the beauty of Swiss is that as long as the team comes in, plays the Counter-Strike they're normally playing, then it levels it straight out the next day. Oscar swings past, but is completely blind. No information gathered there. Fortunate for him, no HE up mid, but there is a whole lot of T's up mid. They were posturing for a fast presence there, and looks like they're actually going to be committing at least one towards the long side of the doors. Vinny cuddling the wall on Banana. 1-for-1 trades to start things off. The majority of the T side bombed as well up mid brackets.
Well.
What is this?
They've got no one towards B right now, but it will be Angel once again. Plays that on the T side, also the CT side, it seems. The 5-7 and getting himself boosted up on first oranges. He's got a rotation coming through from Lau. They both have pistols here. If he gets one, there's a real chance he can do something with this. Do they check the position? They absolutely do. Lau will be good for just a singular frag, and now a 3-on-2. 14-5. I mean, this is another force, Alex. So they lose this one, similar position we were discussing before, they'll have nothing. They'll have to take either a full eco or go map point. It's really kind of disturbing what kind of position they'll be in after this one.
I will note how low they are. That UMP from Nuki, if he just goes and acts as a kind of a somewhat of a bodyguard for Oscar, gets the information, maybe gets a couple of those early kills, this is possible. No kit, though, has to be quick. That's a quick start. And now one very tagged up Kisarato, cowering, still gets the frag, as does Abel. That will be 14, and now 2 away from what will be the first win for FURIA.
Indeed. So 1 away from map points, and the average money on the CT side at this point, $2,000. So at this stage, like, it's pick your poison. You're taking a timeout for sure. You pretty much have to buy it, Alex. You can't recover a deficit like this when they get to match point. This is very unlikely. You're going to actually string this together. So you might as well force and see what you can do and try and deny that. That's exactly what they're doing. You can see the FAMASs, the MP9s coming out. There's no way you bring back a 15-5 scoreline. But if you do win this somehow with the FAMASs, the MP9s, you get back on your feet, there's a chance. We've seen plenty of comebacks in Inferno before. It's one of the best maps for it. So if they can somehow win this, it's not over just yet.
I mean, get weapons in their hands. A full buy from HellRaisers could be deadly. Oscar just slips into Boiler as the smoke does plume. Nuki, just with the FAMAS, has to do more than that. One, it's a tag, and you said they can do a lot with a little. They certainly can. They deliver again. Weapon is on the floor towards long.
Yeah, I never like these approaches when you're just trying to close out a game with just a very quick approach and you're trying to potentially just detect a stack on the one side of the map. Yeah, and you're just going in together very fast. I prefer a methodical approach in these sort of things, but it looks like another kill's coming in, and it's all falling apart. HellRaisers is back in the game now, and it's a 4 versus 2. Bomb will be on the back of Yuri. Their money's actually pretty weak as well. Sarata at the very top was 6,500, but everyone else hovering around 500 to $1,000.
This has gone so well for them. Spoilt for choice. Oscar had to choose. He's like, do I want the AK or the Krieg? Well, Vinny and Yuri looking to try and claw this one back. Doesn't look easy. Nice connect onto Issa. That's some of the firepower gone.
Yes, and Oscar now still with 100 HP. Such a prime position to get at least 1 kill. You know he's going to get one here. Yeah,
that's such an off angle. You do not expect that one. Don't only tag him up, though. That's not ideal. The Molotov will slow them down. 30 seconds still on the clock. They know the bomb's there. Is he calling for help? The cavalry in the form of Lal's MP9. He wants to try and close that gap. He's using that box to close the line of sight. He can get close, can support somewhat of a crossfire now established. With 20 seconds, this looks perfect for HellRaisers. They should be able to close this one out. Bullets through the wall do connect Oscar down to 50. Looking for a fresh mag, he dips away. Molotov will force him off the site. That's such a dream. He's desperately trying to stay, but still fires off the warning shots, and that's another huge round from HellRaisers, and they do stem the bleed.
They absolutely do. Some way, somehow, they stay in this game. It was a 14-5 scoreline. They had $2,000 per player. They come through with the Deagles, the 5.7s, the MP9s, and they make it work. We did say they can get back on their feet at this stage. There's every conversation to be had. They can bring this right back to a competitive scoreline, if not win it. It's just one of those weird maps, and we'll see what they can do on their CT side now. Is the AWP out for Oscar? I'm not sure. He's got the AK-47 of the previous round. Not having the biggest game of his career, 9 and 17 right now, or 16, I should say. HE towards middle. I'm surprised at the buy from FURIA. You got this massive lead, and you don't have to force these rounds. If anything, you're opening up the door of opportunity wider and wider.
What would have been the safer option? What's the safe option?
Just take the Deagle and armor at this point. You had strong money, and you could just buy it fully next round with the drops. Sure, you can win these rounds. There's a good case that they might actually be able to do it this round. But I would say, looking at the percentage chances of winning this game, taking full buys and relying on those is going to be a lot more effective.
If this was an Astralis, who we've already praised, play the percentages, this isn't the percentage play. Still, flash from Yuri, looking to try and cause somewhat of a hubbub towards short. They're actually going to boost on that smoke. I don't think Issa is going to be able to see anything yet, just the tip of the T. And he's already gone.
Yeah.
5 versus 4. Quad killed, and now a 2-2 split for the CTs. Nuki's going hunting, though. That's going to be huge if he gets 2. My goodness, not the transfer, but still. Second into the brain of Keserato on second mid. Now the numbers stay level. Weapons, certainly not. There is some retrievals available, though, and Vinny, he's been responsible for this B lurk.
Well, they've got the AWP now on the T side. Falling back towards B. Angel. He's been scrappy so far in Inferno. He'll need at least 1 kill here to stand a chance, but he's got the incendiary. With 30 seconds remaining, that's a dream. So he'll just hold up for any sort of action. If he detects anyone on the other side, he'll throw it in, which he has done now. So, Vinny, he'll avoid the flames in the corner there. They're fine with this. They do not have any utility themselves. So I'd imagine the AWP's just going to come in, try and get the pick, and they'll go from that. Angel towards new boxes, and his teammates are nowhere to be seen. He knows he has a lot of trouble coming in his direction, and they're going to be checking this spot.
Waiting for their heads to turn, didn't get the timing. Vinny quick with that Deagle, though. Just the sidearm didn't stop him, and now the site is theirs. Bomb down. Lau going to get caught off again. Vinny beheads him. Huge for his 19th frag. He's looking for 20. It's going to be able to collect it. And you said they could, and they do. FURIA, with what was a bit of a messy buy, didn't stop Vinny, and able double kills for the rifles, and that's exactly what you need. Put him in good positions. Nice little boost to start things off. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, this is not looking good now. They did not really have much of a loss bonus before. HellRaisers at this stage will be limping into the next round. They're 15-6 down. Map point and indeed match point has been found by the Brazilians, and here it comes once again. The buy they kept in the game before, Alex, the MP9s, the Deagles, the CZs, and a few smokes. This will just be to keep them alive. They'll need, if they win this round, another 8 after that just to take us to overtime.
God. A mountain to overcome. It's a lovely nade, though. Keserato and Art on the receiving end of that HE. Highly explosive. And, well, their HP is evidence of it. Angel and Banana, fast becoming an iconic duo in this map. Vinny also has been dedicated to this side as well. They're having a bit of a conversation with bullets.
Well, waiting for those smokes to go down. They have got basic B control here. The CTs will have to actually go back towards the bomb site. T's with a huge advantage in more ways than one here. Weaponry, map control, pretty much everything is going in their favor. One more round will do it. It'll close things out, and they'll win their first game of the tournament here. Looking towards CT spawn. Lau, he'll have a smoke available to him, but that's about it. It gets dropped in. But the gap is there. It's a pretty horrendous smoke. Angel's going to cost him his life, and that should be the game. Unfortunately, that smoke is not quite good enough. Lau could get a couple of kills here, but CZ not known for getting loads of kills with a spray down like that. It's going to be a couple, though, coming in favor of the CTs, but I think that's pretty much it. Bomb will be planted. 3-on-2. CT so far removed from this one, Alex. They've got no kits.
I mean, you have to just accept this one may be too far gone for HellRaisers. They're giving it a good go. Nuki gets 1, will be traded by Keserato, and Abel catches Issa on the rotate. And so they've done it. They start with a win. FURIA They have been making such an impact in 2019, and they continue with a very sterling start.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic last year for them. It's been up and down, certainly turbulent. It's had a lot of highs and some pretty tragic lows for them as well, but this is a great start. They managed to get a really dominant performance here on Inferno. They did win both pistols. HellRaisers didn't really convince me at all. We had a lot of great moments from Oscar, remember, he had the 3 versus 1 clutch, but they only got 5 rounds in total. It didn't really feel like a performance that's going to be convincing me they're going to go deep in this tournament.
Yeah, no, absolutely. HellRaisers, they've got a shot. They are also what seems to be hot prospects in some people's 0-3 columns.
Yeah, that's fair.
People doubting them after the loss of their star AWPer. It has been a bit of a mess, but I'm holding out hope for the Raisers of Hell. I really am. You know, there is so many other names here that have looked weak. I mean, INTZ, we saw their game versus North earlier. That was not the same team that was at the minors.
Yeah, it's a good point. There's so many teams here that have got question marks around them. Like, you come into this one, Simon Gaming was here. Everyone had them as their 0-3, right? They opened things up, and Batter Vitality, the #2 team in the world right now, Alex, doesn't make any sense.
I want to see what Vanguard are doing nowadays. I want to see what Complexity are offering. There's so many question marks, and I'm sure we're going to get some of those answers, well, over the course of the day. There's so much more Counter-Strike to come. How much we got? We got 6 best of ones, and this is the first one, 5 more.
On this broadcast.
Yeah, just on the stream. We are bashing through the Challenger stage, aren't we? It's going to be a long week.
Indeed. I can't wait. I hope you're excited.
I am. This is fun. You know, I don't have to stand up. I can sit down. The whole casting life, it's already looking bright.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
One thing I will say, a little cable there. No, you do normally have the winner behind you. Just saying. He's new around here, guys. Take it easy on him.
God damn it. I mean, I'm an expert on when I'm standing. The whole sitting cable management, I was wheeling over it. If you ever heard weird, like, robotic sounds during that cast, it's because I'm faffing around with the wheels and the cables.
We'll get there.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies. We're going to throw over, though, to the interview. So why don't we jump over to Sue and learn how the winners are feeling.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, Vinny. That was a very solid victory from FURIA. Going up against HellRaisers, it's a team that you haven't played before, so what were your expectations going up against them?
I actually played like once them in a tournament in Europe, but we watched the demos and saw they play in Inferno. They didn't have a much control of the map, and we exploited that.
Talk about the minor, because it wasn't the smoothest journey falling down to that lower bracket. So how satisfied was FURIA with the performance that you guys had?
I think for everybody, it's just feeling really great, because starting with 1-0 is going to give a lot of confidence for us.
The schedule for FURIA has been so busy I think from June to the end of July. It was non-stop travel. So were you guys able to take a little bit of a break, and what was the practice like coming into the major?
We managed to take a 2 weeks break in Brazil with our family, and I think it helped everybody with the stress and everything. And we had like 1 week and a half boot camp in Poland. It was very great.
And I need to bring up the fact that the FURIA at the last major compared to this one is totally different, because obviously this FURIA has so much more experience under your belt. So personally, for yourself, how do you feel?
I think everyone doesn't feel like the pressure anymore of like being the first stage, and their experience is really helping us.
Well, hopefully you can continue this performance. But for now, congratulations once again. And guys, we are going to be right back. Stay tuned for more Counter-Strike after the break.